Welcome to my Leadership Book Corner. This is Erica Brown speaking, and I want to share with you a book that I've used a lot. In fact, it's so popular that my dog ate the cover of it. It's called Difficult Conversations, and what it's trying to get at is the difficulty we have in sometimes confronting people with sensitive subjects or simply important subjects to sensitive people. So I want to share a thesis of the authors, Douglas Stone, Bruce Patton, and Sheila Heen. And here's what they say about a difficult conversation. Why is it so difficult to decide whether to avoid or to confront? Because at some level, we know the truth. If we try to avoid the problem, we'll feel taken advantage of. Our feelings will fester, we'll wonder why we don't stick up for ourselves, and we'll rob the other person of the opportunity to improve things, right? We've all been there, we know exactly what these authors are saying. But if we confront the problem, things might get even worse. We may be rejected or attacked, we may hurt the other person in ways we didn't intend, and the relationship might suffer. We know that this is true, abundantly true, at home. It's also true at work. There are difficult conversations we avoid because we know that the relationship could get better, but it could also get worse. And one of the analogies that the authors make that I found very helpful is that when you have to have a difficult conversation, it's kind of like lobbing a hand grenade. It's explosive. But the other problem is if you decide not to have that conversation, it's like holding the hand grenade and taking the pin out. It's going to explode. It'll explode on you or it'll explode on someone else. And the question is what you do with the shrapnel. There are good ways to have difficult conversations, and part of them is thinking strategically about what outcome you want, reducing the emotions that sometimes get whirled in the mix that prevent us from thinking clearly, logically, and without ad hominem attacks, and concentrating, focusing not only on the process of the conversation, but really on the outcome. What's the most desired outcome you have of this conversation? And how can you give a little bit of room and partner in the problem by saying, here's the responsibility that I have, whether I didn't speak to you soon enough, whether I didn't tell you how consequential this was to your job, whether I've been withholding information from you. Difficult times, difficult conversations at work usually are not about one person, but about two people and a failure of communication. So to the degree which we can improve our conversation, it also improves our capacity to lead and ultimately our capacity to influence.